Alright guys, topping out ceremony is over. Put out your space sweet blunts and get to work, dammit. I dock at the sanctuary and drop off some meat steaks and energy cells.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back on board.
Connection to local trading network established. Meat steak kahunas transferred. Energy cells transferred.
Most management settings can be set in the Sanctuary Manager. This is a very important tool and you can set up a special hotkey for it.
Sanctuary.
When you open it up for the first time, you will be taken to the Food and Perks screen. It shows all foodstuffs that your people can eat. The priority numbers will determine the order in which your people will drain the storages, because you might want to use some wares in factories too. When food is present, population will slowly tick up. If it's empty, it will go down again. But don't worry, nothing bad will happen when your people starve to death. Well, besides them dying, but for you this just means production speed will go down, but it will eventually rise again when there is food. Other screens include the hangar bay, logistics, marine barracks, production and recycling. By hitting the arrow on the food screen, we get a list of available perks. Most things that your sanctuary is capable of doing must be unlocked here first. You can take a look at Mayhem's entries in the encyclopedia to see what each of them does. Some of them get revealed later in the game. There is a limit of 4 for each sanctuary and you cannot change them later on, but you can increase this to 6 by declaring up to 2 permanent wars against a major faction. Each of them gives you an additional perk point. It's a diplomatic action that is irreversible. For a shipyard you will need the ship hangar perk, and you can also take the quantum jump extension right away. It provides advanced jump capability to beacons or the sector center out of the box for all of your new ships. The hangar perk enables the sanctuary to build, upgrade, paint and repair ships. Ship production was unlocked and the Goners already gifted me a scout ship design. Visit their territory in the middle of the map to get it. It's a very good explorer and you have to build 5 of them to advance in the Goner plot. You can also use them if you need any software, because they come with pretty much everything pre-installed. You are building ships with 5 resources: computer components, microchips, ore, quantum tubes and silicone. The 2 minerals are quite abundant in the NPC economy. There are many mining stations that are frequented rarely and sell silicone and ore at low prices. If you need a lot, you can also visit mining outposts. They have a larger stock and they sell at average price. For ship production you will need a massive amount of silicone and probably have to set up a dedicated mining sector to meet your requirements. But in the early game the minerals can be bought easily. The 3 high-tech parts are an entirely different story though. Like most tech products, their factories are always empty. I basically never saw one that had more than half of its storage filled with products. This means that you always have to pay more than average price there. But you can also visit local merchants who sell at average price. The player console has a menu that shows all trade offers from these dealers in the current sector.
Docking granted. Our connection to local trading network established.
The problem is that you have to do that yourself and they don't sell very much.
Quantum tubes bought. Computer components bought. Microchips bought. Quantum tubes bought.
The quantity scales up with your threat level, but this is no solution for the whole game. You have to set up a high-tech industry at some point. Now I know of one dock that sells a large chunk of all 3 high-tech ship parts, and that is Atreus headquarters in the Boron sector, Queen's Harbor, to the southeast.
Atreus headquarters.
This is a stock that tends to stay empty when it's sold out, but you won't find these goods cheaper anywhere else. I recommend that you buy the whole stock when you have the money. It's enough to build something like 120 heavy fighters. A war fleet that is sufficient to conquer a sector if your threat level isn't too high. But for now I'm doing some trade runs to get all the components necessary for repairing my Drake freighter and the Apollox. Get computers, chips and tubes from local merchants or the Atreus Corporation.
Gem device charging at 10%.
Ore and silicone from mines or mining outposts.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back on.
After the repairs are done, I am switching ships. Don't forget to exchange your equipment.
Entering system. Bluish snout. Plutarch mining outpost.
The Drake can haul a lot bulkier stuff. I stock up on some energy cells and ore for station construction.
Solar power plant.
After the Corvette is repaired, your possibilities expand quickly. Doing corporation missions is a lot easier, and you really should tackle some collect or rob missions when you see them popping up.
Argon. Vulture. Miner.
Trade ships can be set as automated dock agents. The ones we've bought previously come in handy now. If the dock agent command is missing, check object commands in the encyclopedia to see what equipment you need. Ships you've built yourself will have all the necessary equipment. The logistics tab is pretty straightforward. You're basically setting up a shopping list where you're telling your agents to get stuff from a specific location or buy it on the open market. This is called an acquire job. Distribute job means to haul stuff away to a certain location or sell it. Again, the encyclopedia has more in-depth instructions for this. In this screen you can automate supply chains throughout your empire and manage import or export of goods to NPCs. I don't plan to go into this topic much further, as these are highly individual settings, but there will be an advanced logistics tutorial where we split the output of one sector to supply multiple other ones.